What is up, everybody? Baseball Stud 294 here, back again with another airsoft related video. Now today, as the title states, I'm going to be showing you a little bit of what my newly upgraded CQBR can actually do. Now before you get excited, unfortunately it is raining outside and I do not have my chrono in yet, so you're going to have to deal with a little bit of dry firing. But needless to say, this gun took 2.5 months to get completed. It ran into a lot of issues, to say the least. Anything from stripping 2 different pistons to loosening piston head screws, eventually stripping those out, ruining air nozzles. All of that stuff occurred. The electronic blowback system was disabled. However, that had issues then with the charging handle and the bolt catch system, so that had to be reworked. But all of that is behind us now, and I'll start from the rear of the gun and tell you everything that's been put into it and end the video then with a quick shooting test. So, starting from the motor, it has a Matrix Turbo high torque motor, as well as SHS 13:1 high speed ratio gears that have been properly shimmed and re-greased, and the angle of engagement as well has been properly adjusted. It has a SHS ball bearing spring guide, the same M120 spring that came originally in the gun. It didn't have any issues, so that just stayed in there. It's got a properly ported cylinder as well as an SHS cylinder head with 2 O-rings, a SHS polycarbonate high-speed piston, as well as the SHS ball bearing ported piston head, and it has a single O-ring SHS air nozzle. So then moving further forward, it also has an APS hop-up unit as well as bucking and nub. So lastly, I left the same barrel inside the gun. It came with a 6.03 247mm barrel. I want to eventually replace that for a 300mm brass barrel, but that'll come later down the road. Lastly, it is running an 11-1 LiPo, and we took out the silver core wiring as well as the MOSFET system since it was malfunctioning incredibly poorly. So it's now got the gold core wiring inside of it with no MOSFET. So as long as I don't lay down the trigger on fully automatic, it shouldn't have any heating problems or anything like that. So all of that stuff aside, all the boring stuff, this is going to be the quick shooting part. So we'll start out on semi and show you that, and then I'll end it with full auto. And full auto. Alright guys, there it is. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, feel free to check back later as summer continues to drive on here, and hopefully I'll have my chrono in stock so you can see how hard this thing is shooting, how far it's shooting, and as well as other reviews from my other guns. So be sure to check back. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them, and as always, I appreciate you guys so much for checking this stuff out. So take care, everyone.